Hey guys, it's Dark Matter again, and I'm here to talk about this saber. It is a KR Sabers RVN for Joshua, and it'll be kind of a review and instructional guide for him. When I first the bad. I got two sabers from KR to install for Joshua. The other one was the VZ. It'll have its own video later on. However, they came pretty dirty from the shop. I'm not gonna lie. The machining is fantastic, as always. KR does great work. Came dirty, scratched up pretty badly, especially the VZ. But that'll be, like I said, a separate video. But even this one, I ended up cleaning up a lot of just nicks and all kind of little stuff. Had to repolish the copper, which still isn't as bright as it could be, but I did hit it with some vinegar. It shines it up pretty good. The saber itself is super accurate, and this one's near to my heart. I do cosplay as Darth Revan, so this is probably the most accurate one I've seen as far as just the size and the switch placement and the colors and everything. It's a simple hilt design, obviously. It does have the correct gray accents in there, in the rings, and the pommel too. It looks nice anodized color there. It's correctly sized, looks like. This whole giant piece is copper, really deep blade socket, and that's all fine. The chassis system is pretty ingenious and a huge pain in the butt, and I'll go into it right now. So Joshua, when you get this, it will come out of the box just like this. The kill key is in, so you're gonna have to do a little disassembly and reassembly because just the way the chassis was made. The pommel is three pieces: this end piece, the cubes, and then this piece. So what you're going to want to do is grab it in here and push towards the back of the saber a little bit, just so you can kind of grab all three parts at once there. Screw those off. Nice discreet sound holes. It's very nice. Set that over there. Oops, coffee cup. And then you can unscrew the copper part here. It is several pieces, and this sleeve will come with. Just set those off to the side. There you've got your, in this case, a Tri-Cree red, green, royal blue. So the whole entire chassis slides out as one piece. And when you do that, the switches, the plungers, are going to fall into the body of the saber, and they're just going to roll out. So you're going to want to push this out the back. Okay, do not push on the lens right here. Push on the side, on the canister, or on the edge right there. Just a little bit of pressure, and it'll start slide right out. You can continue pulling it from right here. Like I said, the switches are going to fall out. Nothing you can do about that. And there they go. We'll get to that in a minute. Here's the complete chassis. One piece. It's pretty brilliantly designed. This piece, the Cree or pixel holder and switches all in one piece, comes with. Great stuff. It even comes with the screws to hold it to the Goth chassis. In this case, Joshua, you got the Prizm 5.5. Nice install, easy access to the card, charge port, 27mm speaker. I mean, this part of it is pretty ingenious. Putting it back together, not so much. Because even when you want to slide this out to charge, even if you slide it out that far just to charge, your switches are probably going to fall into the body of the saber, and you're going to have to do this over and over. So maybe somebody will come up with a solution for the to fix that. I don't know. So for now,
V2.
Like I said, this whole thing functions outside of the saber just fine. You can get your that off right here for now. And you're going to have to take your switches. If I can do this on camera without knocking over the camera, it'll be a miracle. So take your hilt and hold it so the switch holes are facing down here. And then I've just been using these because I use these all the time for installs and stuff. And you're gonna have to, I can't even see around the camera, that's great. I'm gonna drop them into the into the holes. And keep in mind, let me show you real quick, the way that is shaped, it's going to slide, when you install the whole thing, it's going to slide down this track, right, until they stop right there where the chassis is. So these have to be correctly aligned inside. It'll just slide right down that, and I'll stop right there. Easy enough. Easier said, of course. Okay, now the switches are just sitting in there, okay? I'm just letting gravity do the work. Now you're gonna have to take this upside down so the grooves are on the bottom. I'm really trying to keep this on camera, sorry. And slide it down until they're lined up. You can see they're starting to go in the grooves there. You may have to go in and tweak the alignment just a little bit. Now when you're pushing this in, do not push on the speaker. Just push here. That's far enough for now. And take the emitter end and just go ahead and screw it back on. Now from here, the buttons are not functioning. It's not far enough into the hilt. Okay, so, and since you can't push here, the only way to do it is to give it a shake downwards like that, or at least that's the only way I've found so far. More than likely it's going to turn the saber on because it's going to, you know, hit that switch and it's going to push the button inside. Let's see. Yep. And then, now that it's in place, you can go ahead and put your pommel back on. Now you're good to go. Now once it's in this stage right here, it's great. The buttons barely require any pressure at all to activate. But you know, having to do that every time you want to charge or change sound fonts or whatever, kind of a pain in the butt. But you know, I'm still going to buy one. More than likely I will put in a set screw, maybe in one of these grooves that actually holds, once the chassis is in where it is right now, just to hold it in place, because here's the last little thing you want to keep in mind. So I've got my little test blade here. Excuse me. When you put your blade in, it's going to go all the way down and hit the top of the LED canister. Right there, that's silver back there. If you push down too hard, it's going to push the switches out of alignment, right? So just put your blade in and gently until it stops. Check. Okay. And then you can tighten your retention screw. If I can do that on camera. Not the wrong one. There we go. There. So, you know, it's a bit fiddly in that respect. However, once you got it going, it's good.
Anything else?
Like I said, the buttons are extremely sensitive. When the chassis slides in all the way, it finally makes contact with the button underneath. They're just, I mean, it's right there. There's hardly any depression on that button at all. that's basically it. KR Sabers RVN. Now, the Prizm does have deep sleep, so you don't need to open this all up and put the kill key back in. Of course, I'll ship it with it in there, but it will go to sleep after 5 minutes. So you don't need to do this whole thing every time. And like I said, maybe someone will come up with a way that these don't fly out every time, but the fit of the whole assembly is so tight that I can't see having anything in there to keep those from falling out. But maybe you could put a tape over the outside so they don't fall. I don't know, just brainstorming. But overall, great hilt. Has a design flaw or two, but overall I guess it's pretty minor for such a nice hilt. I've been emailing back and forth with Khal at KR and just telling him how nice it is. I mean, I'm not trying to talk bad about it. It is very nice. It's just finicky, But Joshua, if you have any other questions or want me to change anything, you can email me and let me know. And thank you for watching.